I was born and raised here in Garcia.
Matt Cordova's roots in the San Luis town of Garcia run deep.
I've always felt this was my place and I had to stay here. I mean, my family's been here for generations.
He's walked the grounds around this adobe schoolhouse many times.
My dad remembers them all gathering here, and then once this was like the grade school. This is where you came to hang out just on the steps sometimes. Sit here with your friends, ride the bikes.
Small schools like this once provided anchors for many of Colorado's rural communities, which were scattered across a wide area of the valley.
The school was built in 1913. It is actually one of the initial 11 rural schools that were built in this area. At that time, there wasn't mass transportation. There wasn't, and 19 miles to San Luis is a long ways.
By the 1960s, roads and transportation had improved, and a single central school filled the district's needs.
Easier for a lot more students to just get bused to one central location, whereas to have to send teachers out to the small rural communities.
The school closed, but the building quickly filled other needs.
This was like our town hall, I guess you would call it, or our community center. In latter years, they used it as a library where the local kids come in here and read books.
The library closed its doors in 1995. It's sat unused ever since.
I was going to try and buy the building. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of years because I just live across the street.
Cordova feels it's important to save the building, not just for its importance to local history, but for what the town of Garcia means to Colorado history.
Garcia may actually be the earliest settlement in Colorado.
Garcia was settled in 1849, just 1 year after the area became U.S. territory.
A lot of these settlements were settled as plazas.
Garcia and other early settlements in the area would soon become cultural crossroads as Hispanos moving north from Old Mexico crossed paths with Anglo-Americans migrating west and the Native Americans who were already there.
There is that blend of Hispano settlement background as well as the Anglo-American background being represented in the building as well as the community, which was once a Hispano settlement that has now been incorporated with the Anglo-American background. So I think it has a lot of potential, especially for architectural history and just local history as well.
It's been important for a bunch of us to keep our heritage.
School District Board Chair Chris Rodriguez wants to return the school to its educational roots.
The dream with this building is for it to become a learning center for us.
A Connecting Colorado Schools grant has provided a first step, but it's the first of many.
On an old adobe buildings, if you don't really take care of them, make sure they're heated, the adobes disintegrate. That this building has held up like this with no one occupying it for almost 20 years. For it to have held up this well is amazing. Hopefully it don't take a lot of work to get it up to code. It's going to take time and money.
Or even to have open where the kids can come and hang out and stray dogs can come in and hang out. Fortunately, that's not stray, it's mine.
Cordova hopes restoring the school will also help restore the community.
Whatever they do, if they brings people into the community, to the area, and maybe learn more about this area, and hopefully it doesn't get lost in history.